what's up everybody, Scotty here. Welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity. This time we are going to do Copperlane, part of Defiance Bay, but first we gotta go through a Bridge, which is not going to take very long. While we're doing Copperlane, we are just going to be picking up the quest and getting dialogue, and also finding a few rare items. Of course, in these big cities, there is lots and lots to do, getting quests, all kinds of stuff. Let's go ahead and talk to this Justicar. Due to so much dialogue in this portion of the game, I'm not gonna read all the dialogue, so I'm just gonna kind of skim through it. If there's any important notes, then I'll speak up. So as we approach this Justicar, he's asking us. We're asking him for the Temple of Wael. We'll start with Copperlane first. If you do want to read all the dialogue, feel free to pause. I will go through long enough so that you will be able to pause.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
That's the introduction to Defiance Bay. And I didn't get the achievement here because I've already got it.
Defiance Bay.
But it will.
I miss Adir already.
Complete Act 1. Once you approach, speak to this guy talking. There's a lot of protesters going on. What was that? First Fires is where we need to go next in order to move on to the main quest. Brackenbury is the noble section. That's all you can get out of him. There's nothing over here, just to show you. I mean, if you speak to the Justicars, they're not going to do anything else. Before going anywhere else, come right over here, and you'll notice that little purple brick. Do this as soon as possible.
Worth a look.
And you'll get Black Sun. It's an alcoholic beverage, just like many others. It increases one stat while it's derogative to another. There's some ammunition we've already gotten, and this little nice thing Oaken Scarab Figurine. We can summon 3 wood beetles. 20 seconds, once per rest. Very, very handy. It's got a good amount of value too. Since this is our first time coming here, I'm not gonna do. I'll do that later. Since this is our first time coming here, it's gonna be expensive. That's why I kind of saved up the money. 17,000 is enough. Speak to Lumdwala.
Well met,
It's kind of like
friend.
an acting stage. Alright. This guy's not gonna say anything. Everybody else can't say anything either. Right. Come over here to the Goose and Fox. Can't see it right now, but it's a picture of a goose, little goose and fox. Kind of hard to see the fox, but goose is clearly obvious. Quite obvious is what I meant. Right. Speak to
Good day,
Bartender
stranger.
if you need to rest. Some new type of rooms you can stay in. They are a little bit more expensive than what we've encountered before, but they give some very nice stats. All kinds of food and supplies, also a pet. I don't need that right now. And all the other normal stuff we're used to seeing in an inn. There's gonna be this little bitty lady right here. Speak to her. Kaenra. Whatever. This woman's crying. And she's got a bruise around her cheekbone. She has a Pernisk's ring from his grandmother that they were going to use to get married. It's kind of like an engagement heirloom to her. But she wants to break up with him because he's violent towards her. But you'll offer her help to bring the ring back to her, even though she says it's over. That's going to give us the quest of his old stuff. Come over here. Save before you. Save before you do this, because you don't want to get caught stealing.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark. A simple test.
And get this, Bartender's ring, 20% damage against spirit and vessel, plus 5 will. Very, very nice. Very, very. I'll equip all that stuff later. Nothing else around here. We'll go to the next level. Talk to this guy down here. He's not really
Well met, friend.
gonna do much other than just give you dialogue, but I'll show it to you anyways. That's it. They're just a group of adventurers at a bar. Oh, at an inn. Come up here and unlock some stuff, but don't steal from it. Unless you have good enough sneak. This one you can get from, though.
A simple test.
Because every time you unlock something, you get experience. And it's always a good thing.
I shall be discreet.
I thought one of these might be trapped, but it's not. There's a new book to read. Can't get anything
Consider
out of
it
here other
done.
than unlock it.
There.
Go ahead
What
and
did I
use your
tell you?
lockpick. Or if you have high enough skill. And we're pretty much done in here. Alright. Two places I'm not going to go is the catacombs, because that's an entire different area. There's enemies to fight and stuff to do down there. And Lovedwalla's house, who's right here. I'll have stuff to do there much later. And Pernisk's house. We're going to do the quest separate. I will show you the market. Plenty of markets to choose from. I forgot what's in here. I think it's just one thing to get. That's why I don't remember it. Oh yeah, yeah. This place I remember. You get another quest here. Save as soon as you enter, but once you step up, get this
The
down.
dozens. Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off.
The dozens are the protesters, by the way, in case you didn't read the dialogue. Godhammer was a bomb. Alright, step up, you'll automatically go in dialogue. And these people will automatically attack you. Put you back here.
Yeah?
get a few things. You get this note. That's a pistol. We start a new quest, a 2-job story. Hang on a second. Need to see something. 29. Okay, never mind. You can loot everything in here.
Of course.
Now,
Keeping an
one
eye
of
out.
these should be trapped, from what I remember.
There. What did I tell you?
Oh, I think it's in here. Should be this one.
And what
Yep.
do we have here?
There we go. Right, everything else is not trapped. There's another book. Read it if you want. And another book. Do you think this is a lot of books? Wait till we go to the other place. This is actually one of the longest books. I'm sure there's one of the longest that I've encountered. Alright, we're done in there. We'll go to I forgot what that place is called.
You're from Gilded Vale?
The Expedition Hall.
It's a home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
No, I'm not doing that. I'll get that later. We'll pick up a quest in here.
This looks like the kind of place we could find allies. For a price.
And you got this other party here. They're another group of adventurers, but they're kind of arrogant. They're pretty much just a group of mercenaries. This whole section is full of mercenaries. Alright, speak to this
Don't
guy.
stand on ceremony. State your business. Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
I told you, it's a lot of reading in here. Alright, don't steal from there. Just cause more trouble. Can't unlock this though, get the experience.
That's settled.
Alright, speak to Osric next.
For the
He's kinda
last
like
time,
your
Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up. If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off.
he's kinda your entrance guy, gives you a quest after that, more stuff opens up. Oh, that's not at all what I meant to choose.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenham. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventure. I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back. You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as still. Turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations. It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation. No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction. And then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind a fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out. It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
That's gonna start Rogue Knight. Come over here. You can speak to Sonhild.
Welcome.
She's not gonna sell you anything right now because you're not a part of the den. You can unlock this, get some experience. You can come back here and get this stuff. I always save in case some dumb crap happens. I've had the weirdest things happen in the games over the years. You get this geological map. Part of a quest item.
A simple test. That's settled.
Unlock that. All it's got in it is a spear, nothing special. The experience is the important part. We're almost done. There's maybe 2 places left to go. City is this big. I mean, this city is so big it's got its own sections. Especially in a game like this.
Well, whatever happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale. I grew up in Gilded Vale.
Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No.
But this city right here reminds me so much of Baldur's Gate 2. When you're in I think that's the name of the main city. Or actually just Baldur's Gate 1. This city, Baldur's Gate. Man, that city was so huge. That city was so huge. There's so much to do in there. It's actually intimidating. Like that's when I entered Baldur's Gate, I pretty much did 4 quests and it took so long to do them. I just put the game down. Cause that was only like show you around, get a few little bit of loot. The market here, the items, very expensive, but they're very good. They're a whole lot better than what the Gilded Vale had to offer. And by far anything we found so far. Alright, next, gonna go to dormitory. There's maybe 2 things to get in here and 1 person to speak to. There's nothing but a bunch of potheads in here. Don't steal from here. It doesn't appear that anybody will notice, but for me, they did. I think it was maybe him. Come in here, but get kind of far away from his sight. And Very handy. And now come speak to this guy
Hail, traveler.
who is under the influence. Oh man, I can't believe we don't have enough survival in this game. But you pretty much guess that he's high. And he's like, yeah, I'm high, I'm so high. You know, trying to act like Towley from South Park. He does sell some stuff, but I don't recommend using it because it's all like, I mean, it's like drugs and alcohol, and I mean, it benefits one area, while it's hurtful to another one. There's nothing over here. Don't worry about it over there. Unless you want to steal from that food pantry. One more place to go, and we'll be moving on to quest in the next episode. We'll pick up another quest in here. What's the name of this
I'd
place?
wager there are more than a few banned books in here.
Speak to
Hail,
Fexa.
traveler.
She'll tell you a little bit about the place. And if we speak to Grimda, we'll get a quest. But there, every one of these you can look at, and there, each one of them has a book. Lots and lots of reading. You know, it's funny, I was on the forums today, and not long after I had done this area on the main game, I was reading that there was an announcement post from Obsidian that they're coming out with Pillars of Eternity short stories, and the first thing that came to my mind is all this reading, and you're now coming out with short stories. That's great. That's even more reading. I mean, there's just like the literature in this game just it beats Baldur's Gate 1, or it's probably as much reading as it is in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Now those are actually kind of poor examples. I'd say it's got more reading than Skyrim. Skyrim has lots of books. So I'll go through the books in case you want to see them. Yeah, this is the longest one. This is it. In terms of length. Alright. I'll go over here. Yeah, this is a long one too. What is this? The white that wins. This one's pretty interesting. I like that one. Dragon's Dogma is coming out tomorrow. Well, Dragon's Dogma, Dark Ascension, Dark Arisen It's coming out tomorrow. I'm thinking about getting it. It came out on Xbox 360. And it's the first time it's coming out on PC. Which is, you know, one of the reasons why I want to get it. Combat in that game, oh my gosh. It's intense. So, Grimda, excuse me. There's some thieves that stole a scroll from her. She had high enough perception. I believe you should be able to find out a little bit more about the thieves. Because she doesn't really know much about them. Other than that she wants them killed. And that starts the Parable of Wael. I think this book has already been read before. It seems familiar. And just go in here. This one's good too. And there's the last two. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. I'll make sure I opened up the right book. Those two look very similar. Alright. You can't go in here yet.
I can do that.
You can unlock it.
That's settled.
But don't go in there, because if you do, it's automatic attack on the party from the entire area. We're going to conclude this episode here. We'll start doing quests next time. Thanks for watching.